Hello shooters, I'm Dr. Tactical. So I have here today the Lipsey's exclusive Smith & Wesson 632 UC, where the UC stands for Ultimate Carry. Now a lot of you are saying, well wait a second, Dr. Tactical, we've already seen videos on that. You did a great one a while ago, as soon as it came out as a matter of fact, and you are correct. And I was excited about it, and I went to SHOT Show and went to meet with Jason Klosner to talk about it a little bit, and then what did I find out? Well, they have the Lipsey's exclusive Smith & Wesson 432 UC. UC stands for Ultimate Carry TI. Is it worth it? Did I do the right thing by going and picking up another one? Should you, if you have one, consider the other one, or should you just be happy with what you have? These are the questions I want to address. Let's get into it. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel, and those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you like what you see, and if you do, please hit that like button, because when people look at the video and they see a lot of likes, that means they're going to think it's a good video and they'll watch it. Also, by all means, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel, and it allows you to hit the notification bell. And that's important because that will let you know when more highly entertaining and educational content like this is being released. All right, on to today's video. So, back when this gun first came out, this is the Lipsey's exclusive Smith & Wesson 632 UC, and the UC stands for Ultimate Carry. This is a gun that as soon as I heard about it, I wanted it. Now, I live in the great state of Maryland, and as many of you have heard me whine about before, we have a roster. It's the Maryland State Police handgun roster, and that roster says what guns we can and can't buy. Well, it says what guns we can buy. Either it's on the roster or it's not on the roster. So if the gun's on the roster, we can buy it. And I've complained about this many times, but I'll tell you there's also a positive to the roster that I have to admit to. I still am not a fan of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not endorsing it. However, somebody like me who is a total sucker, I mean, let me tell you something. I have no resistance to salespeople whatsoever. If there's a marketing campaign, they've got me. I'm in their dragnet. So when I see something come up for sale, I want it, and I want it right away. And there's a lot of times where a handgun in particular, has come up, and I'm like, I gotta have it. And it goes, and there's a delay before it gets on the roster. And during that time, I have the opportunity to learn more about it. And it actually prevents me from buying something that I would have really wasted money on probably. So it gives me a little learning time. That's not okay. I still am not a fan of the roster. However, when this gun came out, when I first heard about this, I was so excited. And you know, of course, I'm living in Maryland. I had to wait for it on the roster. And then a lot of times when these guns actually are available to us in Maryland, they're very difficult to come by because they've already been available everywhere else, and they're being bought up, and supply is at a premium. However, I was able to get my hands on this pretty much almost the day that it came out on the roster. And I have not had one regret. You know, I did a video on it where I really talked about, is this the Ultimate Carry? And I have to say, at the time, for what it is, for its purpose, I would say yes. This deserves the denotation of Ultimate Carry. So I went to SHOT Show 25, very excited, you know, just in general, and I'm there, and had the opportunity to go speak with Jason Klosner, and I figured I would, you know, do a video more in depth on this. And he had a surprise for me, which is they have had a new model. And what we have here is the Lipsey's exclusive Smith & Wesson 432 UC TI. Now the TI is the new part. The TI stands for titanium. So this cylinder is titanium. So the question I have, and the question I'm posing for this video is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know, do I have buyer's remorse on this gun now that they have virtually the exact same gun, but in titanium, or with a titanium cylinder? And we're going to talk about that. So what's the advantage? Well, let's take a look. The big advantage is, is in the weight. So the Smith & Wesson Lipsy's exclusive Smith & Wesson 632 UC weighs in at, didn't mean to put it down that heavily, weighs in at 1 pound, 0.8 ounces. And this gun is wonderful. This gun disappears. You put it in your pocket. It's one of the few times I can really legitimately say you really don't even know it's there. I will tell you that there are so many times I'll hear people say, you forget it's there with other guns, and I never forget they're there. I'm like the Princess and the Pea. I know. But this gun disappears nicely. So, when they came out with this, again, virtually the same gun, and I got to tell you, just lifting it out of here, you can feel the difference. You're looking at 13.1 ounces. Now, when I was there, Jason Klosner said it's 13 ounces. I'm reading 13.1 ounces. That could very well just be dust that settled in on it. This beyond disappears. I don't know how else to put it. What a phenomenal carry gun this is. So the question is, should I have just waited for this? Or now that they're both out, is the smart move to skip over this and just get the newest model? Well, I've thought about this. And the answer is, I think the smartest move, and I know people say this all the time, buy both, get both. There is a huge advantage to owning both of these guns. Huge advantage. And that advantage is with a titanium cylinder, and by the way, I haven't even gotten into the grip aspects of these. That's another thing. These Hammer Forge grips, I ended up paying the extra to get the hook. So you actually can, I use it this way, but you can use it in the pants and just sort of grapple it on. But if I use a smart carrier or something like that, it actually grabs onto the lip of that nicely. It's just sort of a nice feature, and I like the way it feels. Anyway, that all aside, let's get back to what should you own them both. It's like herding cats here. I'm all over the place. I'm going to try and stay on topic. So here's why. With a titanium with a titanium cylinder, you have to be more careful because it's harder to clean. There's corrosive aspects that can occur on this that you don't have to worry about as much with the stainless steel like you do here. And really, I want to shoot this gun less, and I want to carry it more. So in other words, this is the gun I want to carry. This is the gun I want to shoot. Now, I feel ridiculous saying that I want to shoot a gun this small. Almost all my other guns, now this is a 32, I shoot 32 Magnum out of this, or 32 long. So, but almost all my other revolvers are a minimum 38 special, or they go up 357, 44. So those guns, when you start getting into sizes this small, are not fun to shoot at all. This gun is actually fun to shoot. It's got a great sight on it, the XS sight. Let's see if you can see that. And it's got, a shiftable a dovetailed rear sight. So this has a real set of sights. It's just a really fun, nice gun to shoot, and relatively gentle as well. So I can shoot this a lot and practice. This gun is the exact same in every aspect, except it's a little bit lighter. But here's the thing. Because it is lighter, normally that means it's going to kick more. But we're talking about 32 Magnum, H&R Magnum, or 32 long. But I'm carrying these usually with 32 H&R Magnum. That's still a gentle round, and it's not a big difference because I still shoot this. I may shoot one. I may shoot like a box or half a box of ammo with this, and then just shoot 1 or 2 cylinders full of this one. That way I've got my practice with both. But really, I have to tell you, after having done this many times now, there's not a big difference in the feel overall. So I feel perfectly comfortable shooting this gun and carrying this gun. And I think that's a huge benefit. These guns are actually very reasonably priced for what they are. So my recommendation is to get both guns. I think there's a huge advantage by having both, because first of all, this isn't strictly doesn't just become a practice gun. This is a legit carry gun. But This is quite the carry gun, and it really sort of takes it to another level. And having the ability, to prolong the life of this. And again, I'm not saying that this is super sensitive. It's a gun. It can handle stuff. But, I like to keep things looking clean, looking nice. I like to keep, I just really, I enjoy not just the defensive and shooting aspects of the gun, but I like guns in general, and I like to take care of them. And by sparing this a lot of the range work and doing most of it on this one, really, I'm happy because I can clean the hell out of this and it stays beautiful. And this one I can carry. All right, I think I made that point. I'm not going to beat it any longer. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you have this one? Do you wish you had this one? Do you have this one and think I didn't need that one? Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical out.